favor and just rinse this off and bring it back. Okay, so we're gonna do the dressing. One second. Okay, we're missing an equipment. Salad dressing. Here's the book. Dressing. What about you? Salad dressing here already? Salad dressing here? Salad dressing. Oh no, I don't need it. Okay, so we're gonna do, yeah, I'll just leave it out of the way. I don't think I need it right now. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick salad dressing, really easy. Most of the salad dressings that you see in the store, they use the white vinegar. I am gonna use some vinegar today, but I'll talk to you more about it. It's not the best thing to use. It depends on which ones you're using as well, okay? Now one way of ensuring that you have the perfect salad dressing is your ratio. And I go by 1-1-3. So 1 of the lemon, the acid, 1 of the sugar, and 3 to the oil, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use some lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice. I hope I don't get any seeds in here. I don't have a strainer. Freshly squeezed lemon juice.
Everyone has it. Everybody has it. Everybody has salad down there? Is there any more? Someone else?
I think they're coming up some more. Okay, almost there. Yeah. Oops, there goes a seed. Just a little bit more. Okay, so that's my lemon. There's a runaway seed in here somewhere. What?
Yes, please.
This is why you need a strainer. Oh no, I just don't want it to change the flavor of the dressing. Oh, gotcha. Not all seeds, like apple seeds has a natural chemical in it, cyanide. Too much of the apple seeds. That could be a problem. Okay, so we have this much of the lemon in it. I didn't measure, if you notice, but yours have a measurement. Yeah. Okay? So 1 to 3. So I have an idea of how much level there was of my lemon. So I let it settle a little, and then I count 3 times up. And that's how I know. I might put a little bit more lemon. Just let it settle a little. This is good old maple syrup. Now this one is really dark because this is the, just trying to remember, A, B, or C. A. It's darker and much stronger. Yeah, there's different grades to maple syrup. Okay, so now that my oil and lemon is mixed, this is 1. This is 1. My oil is 1, 2, 3. Okay? And I'll do the same for my maple syrup. If you're diabetic, I've used stevia for this. I've actually used stevia when I'm doing my cleanse. And I'm the only one in the family can drink it. In case I don't think it's
making French?
No, I'm not making French. I'm making creamy Italian. The French is really, really good. I don't know, I chose this one because it's easier for today's purpose. But the French, if you have kids that don't like eating salad, oh, they'll love eating salad with French. No, what's
maple syrup? How many cups? How many?
Oh, did I make another mistake?
Yeah.
How come there's 1 to 2 minutes?
If you can write the ratio, so equal amounts of lemon juice to your maple syrup. So if it's quarter cup of lemon, quarter cup of maple syrup. Okay? Okay, so I'm gonna plug in this now. Plug in that. A lot of electricity going on here. Oh shoot, what a bad idea. Put that in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna add all my powders. Garlic powder, because I love lots of garlic. Okay, just ignore me and me not measuring today, but follow the recipes and it will come out just as good as this one. Okay, so I just blindly add things. And some onion powder. Now do not blend your herbs. It'll give it a different flavor. We're going to stir our herbs in. Sally, a fork and a spoon. Okay? Salt for taste. Okay, so we have everything so far?
So far, so good.
Too much what? This is not a lot of work. It takes you to go to the grocery store to buy salad dressing. You can make your own salad dressing. Right? I love these hand blenders because it gives it this nice creamy consistency. You might not get that with the blender, this kind of blender, but that's okay, it still tastes good. Okay? So that is done. Sally? Can you just grab this for me? Hopefully it doesn't drip all over the place. Thanks. Okay. Then we stir in our herbs. Remember I said don't blend your herbs in? So I have oregano, or as the Italians say, oregano. And I just throw in any amount that I like. Oops. And my basil. I love basil. And once it sits in the fridge, the flavor gets better the longer it's in the fridge. Now with natural dressings like this, it can stay in the fridge like up to like 2 weeks. So.
Can you put it in the freezer?
No, because then it'll change the consistency. The oil and the lemon juice might start to separate, and then you have to blend it all over again. But you won't need to put it in the freezer. Why? Because you're going to eat salad every day. Right? Okay, so here we are. And then
She makes this salad.
No parsley?
you can put parsley in too.
No,
Anything you want.
is on the list.
What about rosemary?
Rosemary has a very strong flavor, but so it depends on if you like those kinds of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this around. Everybody drizzle a little bit on there. It has a cute little spout there. Okay? Or what I can do is small bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone can just use a spoon for each table. That's what I had in mind. Okay, what am I doing next? We got the roast done, the dressing's done, the cake is done. And we have, we're not doing the brown rice. Everybody knows pretty much how to make rice. The brown rice does take longer. It takes about 45 minutes to make. But could be basmati brown rice, but you're familiar with brown rice. Compared to white rice, it has everything, all the bread, everything's on it. All the oils are in it. It has a nutty flavors to it because of the beautiful oils in the brown rice. So that's what we're having today. But I don't think I needed to cook it because it takes 45 minutes to cook. So we're going to move on to the kebabs. Okay, that's a good idea. So you guys can pass those on and just try the salad.
Michelle, quick question please. What is it? Short or long grain brown rice?
Yeah, as long as it's brown rice. It's just the way. Yeah, I use the short one. If I'm making sushi, and I use sushi rice and I want a variety, I use the short brown rice to make my sushi rice instead of the white sushi rice. Okay? Michaela, take this. No, don't touch. It has a loose wire there. So take that away. Now, someone kind of surprised me yesterday, so I had to add this to the menu, and I really wanted to add it to the menu, but I didn't know how to incorporate it, and my son gave me a great idea. Someone had a problem with cheese, like, oh, I need a cheese substitute. I hope the person is here today. Oh, is it you? So I'm making a vegan cheese sauce today. Okay, I'm making a vegan cheese sauce. Okay, so I'm doing a vegan cheese. I need a tablespoon. And I need a cup of hot water. Water, a tablespoon. Okay, alright. And my cake. Can you check, tell Martha to check on the cake and stick of water?
No. Vegetarian cheese.
Okay, so we're going to do a vegetarian cheese right now. Now, is anyone familiar with nutritional yeast flakes?
What is it?
Nutritional yeast flakes. Now, it's not yeast that you normally use in your bread to make your bread rise. It's a dead form of yeast. We spoke about B12 yesterday and the concerns for vegans that do not eat animal products. How do they get the B12? And one way of getting B12 is getting a good quality nutrition yeast flake. This is a standard one, but there's
name is
nutritional yeast flakes. It's yellow, flaky, because it is very like a flakes, and it has a, how do I describe it? A very cheesy, strong footy, like, is that a word? Footy? Footy? Like a funky? Funky. Odor to it that gives it that cheese kind of flavor. Take a sip of this.
dressing is delicious.
Yeah?
Very
Good, thank you.
Everybody got that? Everybody's good?
Well, once you blend it out, it has that cheesy flavor to it. Here again with nuts. If you have a nut allergy, you can use tahini butter, which is sesame seed butter.
It's been 35 minutes.
Did you test it?
No.
Tell her to stick a knife in it. Once the cake has risen, stick a knife in it, make sure it comes out clean, and then it's ready. Put it on a rack and let it cool. Okay? Just cool for a few minutes, then flip it out of the container, and we'll garnish it. I'll garnish it in front of you. Okay, so here we have the nutritional yeast flakes and some. So that recipe is called the pimento cheese sauce on your. Yeah, that's the pimento. Now, the word pimento is deceiving because I'm not really using pimento peppers, another form of red. I'm just using regular red pepper. Pimento pepper is really expensive. Yes, so I'm just using regular red pepper, and the only reason that that's in there is just for color, so it gives it that cheddar cheese look. Okay, so I already washed my raw, not toasted, roasted, salted, nothing, raw cashew pieces. I buy it in bulk, so I thoroughly wash it. Because I don't know what contaminants are there.
What instead of cashew can you use another?
Yes, like I was saying, for nut allergies, use the tahini butter, sesame butter.
Instead of cashew?
Instead of cashew.
Alright.
Because the cashew is basically to thicken this cheese sauce. I need hot water. To thicken the cheese sauce and to provide some fat. So if you want to thicken your cheese sauce, add some cornstarch. I'm going to add cornstarch to my cheese sauce today because I'm making grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh, I I can have now.
Ooh, hot. No. My hands are like flowers.
Cornstarch.
Okay, so we have 3/4 cups of raw cashew, a little piece of pepper, okay, just for the color. I need 3 heaping tablespoons of the yeast flakes. 2. 3. And I'm blindly measuring again. Bit of garlic powder. You can shout out the ingredients if you like. Because I'm going by memory and just like I'm at home right now. Okay, some onion powder. A little bit of salt, or none at all. Your choice. Grilled cheese needs a little bit more salt. I'm going to put, because I want it to be thick, I need some more water. Another cup of water. No, not hot this time, just another cup of water. Just a little bit. I just want to thicken up. And I need Merle out here to start up with the grill. I don't know how this grill goes. 400 this way. I think that's the maximum.
Oh, but the light's still this way.
Okay, so it needs to warm up. Okay, so we have everything in here for our cheese sauce. Is it coming? I need water. Yeah, tell Auntie Merle we're ready for her. No, we're not ready for her.
This is hot water.
So hot water, the reason why I'm using the hot water is so that my I can thicken it faster. This is for the purpose of cheese sauce. When I make my lasagna, I don't put the cornstarch in it. I don't care about how thick it is. I just layer my lasagna, pour. It gets baked. Delicious. Until it's completely smoothed out, I need you to measure a cup of this and wash it. I'm going to make 2 batches of... In there somewhere. Okay, is the cake out of the oven? I can smell it.
Oh.
How many cup cornstarch?
I just put a teaspoon of cornstarch. Just 1 teaspoon. Just 1 teaspoon. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah. Down
Babatis business. And a roast too.
Okay. 350 per slice.
Hello. What do you mean slice?
It's so expensive.
The price of the dinner roast.
$17. Okay, I can give 14.
Making a business here for her.
I ordered.
If you make a salad dressing, you have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You make only this. I might as well buy it from you.
One person might as well be
You make the whole.
everybody in church buy from
Like you have a schedule it.
Yeah, this week she'll make Italian dressing.
That's
This week
good.
she'll make,
Yeah,
French dressing.
I collect the thing. But I wanted her to listen carefully. And you too with the cake, right? That's why you sat We'll handle the arrangements. We'll handle the arrangements. That's true. Wow.
Okay. And Merle's gonna come and assist me in making the grilled cheese. So all we did was whole wheat bread. We buttered the outside of it because that's what's gonna go on the grill itself.
Is that your spread that you talked about?
Yeah, the vegan spread I spoke to you guys about. This is the Earth Balance. Okay, it consists of palm oil, which is good, canola oil, soybean oil, extra virgin olive oil, flax oil, and just a little bit of salt, filtered water, and even lecithin, which is great for lowering cholesterol. Okay, so this you'll find in your groceries in the health section of Fortino's. It's about $4, $3.99.
469.
$3.99.
Yeah, it's all dressing.
Half because of the size. Small portions like this, or yeah, just you guys just buy it. Whatever. The spoon is good. Okay, I haven't made the gravy yet, so that's one batch of that. I gotta move very quickly. We're running out of time.
Take your time. You can extend.
They're serving the main course in a minute, and I have to show you how to do the kebabs. Those are really delicious.
Yeah, you can deliver it.
Now, we spoke about some of the salt reductions in our diet, such as soy sauce. I am going to use soy sauce today. I'm using a natural brew Kikkoman, my favorite. I'm not promoting it though. Let me make it clear.
What about brag?
I brought that to show you the substitute for that. Bragg's amino acid. The difference between this and this is that this is not fermented. So again, when I'm doing my cleanse, I do this. And once in a while I use this. Now the difference with using this, how I'm using it today, and how you might generally use it, is that I'm just using it as flavoring. It's a marinade. The vegetables and the tofu is going to soak in it. And overnight or a few hours, but not enough as when you put it on your rice. When you pour it over your rice or pour it over your noodles, that's in a large concentration. The vegetables and the tofu secrete water and dilute the marinade even more. So you're only getting the flavoring from the marinade. So I'm advocating this only once in a marinade. I'm not saying to continuously use soy sauce. Same with bread. A lot of people have problems with vinegar. Vinegar is not the best thing to always have in your diet. As a marinade, not too much of a problem. You're not drinking the brags so much. It's just flavoring the items. Sorry, the brags, the balsamic vinegar. Vinegar has the final product of vinegar is acetic acid. So if you have stomach ulcers or an irritable bowel syndrome, I wouldn't advise that you use vinegar at all. The best form of vinegar that is not acidic is the apple cider vinegar. It's great for arthritic pain, digestion, and a whole bunch of other things. Yes, it's the only one that's basically alkaline or close to being alkaline.
What they call the mother?
That's right, of the apple when you juice it. That's right. That's right. So we're going to use this for our marinade. I probably, because of lack of time, I probably won't demonstrate the marinade. I'll just tell you how it's done. And then you'll see the results on the SKUs of the kebabs that you will be receiving with your meal in a minute. So, I'm going to make another batch of this because we're going to have lots of grilled cheese sandwiches. Yep, this is the cheese. I'm making a second batch. Yes. I understand. Oh, you know what? I didn't have tahini. I should have brought tahini and made you a version of that. I'm so sorry. Lots of other good stuff.
We heard that.
Michaela, another cup of hot water. Okay, so you know what? While they're doing that, I'm going to move on to the next one, the wholesome gravy. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to skip the demonstration of the marinade. I'll just give you a basic idea of what I did for the marinade, and I'm going to move on to the gravy. Okay, alrighty. So we got tomatoes. I like to take the seeds out of my tomatoes. Why? Because not very easy on the digestive system. Tiny little seeds, I try to avoid them. Strawberries, people with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, avoid these kinds of things with tiny little seeds in it. It clings to the colon. If you have a poor digestive system and your cells have been compromised, the absorbent cells in your colon have been compromised, it's best to eliminate things such as kiwi and strawberries with tiny little seeds in it because your body is not efficient enough. So remember I said your nutritional need is as unique to you as your own appearance. So my nutritional need is different than yours. Okay? So for those, other than that, strawberries are fantastic. I love strawberries. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to heat this one up again. Is there another plug? Oh, there. Yeah, got it? So this is going to go back on. Michaela, hot water? Okay. Okay, great. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up my onions. The gravy is really all about you. What you like, your herbs and spice. So I chop up all my onions. Thank you. Thank you. It's in the kitchen. But I have to show you that you can also do this with your hands. And with the gravy, you don't need the seasoning as fine as you do in the nut roast. Okay? So this is on?
Yeah.
All the way? This is, oh, there we go. Okay, so once that's on, again, we drizzle our oil. Okay. Chop up our onions. I'm giving you the small or one family version of the, what do you call it, the gravy. Helps with the crying. You know what the secret is to not crying? Is a very, very sharp knife. Less damage to the cell membranes and releasing that sulfur into the air. So the sharper your knife and the quicker you are.
You need to clean your eyes too sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so we got our onions.
It's already here. You want me to stir it? Sure.
They have the wooden spoon inside, yes. Okay, so everything's coming. Do you guys have gravy on that?
For you.
Everybody has their gravy? Okay. So, just along the width of the grain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't.
Yeah, that too. That's true. Okay, so we got the onions. I'm going to do a small version. So I don't need a lot of onions. Now the gravy that you're getting, a lot of love went into it because I took my time and I let it sit on the stove and really cook. This is the fast version, okay? Just to give you an idea. So everybody can, like I said, you can pull up towards the table and do your best to eat at the table if you'd like.
Now one more here.
Brown rice.
Oh, what I should have shown you. Yes, that's right. I agree. I wish I had shown you what the roast looked like before I sliced it because it's beautiful. It just comes out perfectly just like the casserole and it stays up and you can literally slice it. Okay, that's what it looks like.
Wow. What's that?
So it stays together like that and you just slice it.
Kanamata?
Wow. We're all set now.
Kiss kebab.
And the salad dressing.
And water.
Okay.
I'm going to take that's for my English.
What else do you need?
I need a bowl. Well, you know what? I'm going to use this because I'm not doing the marinade.
Okay.
Okay? I just need yeah, I just need some water. Yeah,
Cool water?
regular water. Okay, so we just cut up our green pepper. Now, do you guys think that red pepper, yellow pepper, and green pepper actually grow that way? Like, green pepper is just green pepper, and yellow pepper is just yellow pepper? No. Green pepper is actually before it becomes this, or this, or the yellow. So some people actually have a hard time digesting this because it's not fully ripe. Okay, so green pepper is not really green pepper. It's an unripe pepper. A little bit more.
I like green.
So the green I'm using here, I'm not saying it's not good. Some people have a hard time digesting it, but it makes sense. It's unripe. So I use it to cook with. It adds seasoning to my food. So
Michelle, does that mean the red becomes orange?
it goes, yeah, the orange almost turns into red because I grow my own peppers in my backyard, and I do see the transition. That one I'm gonna put. Yeah, that's great.
That's gravy, right?
Okay, so this is my gravy, and I saute this down at home usually. That's why I say this one is made with love, because it takes more time than this. Okay? And you can decrease your oil by increasing your water and cornstarch. The cornstarch is going to pull the gravy together, and you let it sit and just cook down until all the vegetables have almost dissolved out. Can you guys taste the flavor of the gravy? Yeah. So what I also do, a little secret ingredient that's in the gravy, if I didn't bring today, is a little bit of ketchup. Maybe a tablespoon of ketchup, and that's just to add a little sweetness. Now ketchup, a condiment, has a lot of sugar in it. So I don't advise that you take ketchup and pour it all over your food. But for seasoning like this, not a problem. Just adds a little bit of flavor. So all I need is some water. Okay, you got yours here?
You want to put the other rolls in the oven or no?
Oh, the one that's, no, leave it, no.
Michelle, is there natural ketchup or is it?
Yes, but usually my things are chopped much finer, but because of the space of time.
Everybody got a plate?
Does everyone have the serving? How's the kebabs? So the kebabs, it's made up of a firm tofu. And what I'm going to do is, after I'm done this, you guys will go get busy with writing, and I'll tell you how to make the marinade. You'll just write it down quickly. Very, very, very simple. Like three ingredients or 4 ingredients, and that's it. So what I've done for my gravy is I've mixed the cornstarch in some water with my ketchup, my onion powder, my garlic powder, all my herbs. This is sauteing, and then I'm going to pour it over here and let it cook down very slowly. Good job. Okay, now you can see it and throw your Now the nut rolls probably fell apart on the plates because of the way they were being sliced, because of the large group. But generally, when you're entertaining, you can slice them beautifully and display them on your center of your table for everyone to help themselves. It does slice very nicely. So I just pour this out. What's that? Oh no, I'm good. So the cornstarch is just to thicken the gravy. And like I said, I forgot my ketchup, my little secret ingredient. Oh, you do?
You want?
It's not a big deal. It's not necessary. It's okay. I think I can do it now.
Standard ketchup? Heinz ketchup? Or
Yeah, just standard regular ketchup or organic ketchup, whatever you can find. You're only using a little bit. It's just for flavoring. Okay, so this will cook down and thicken, and then I cover it up and I forget about it. on low heat. But usually, I caramelize the onions to make them a little bit sweeter. So I cook my onions till they're slightly brown. Today, they're just a little transparent. Okay? So how do you guys enjoy the roast? How was the roast?
We did all right.
Regular ketchup.
All right. Oh, beautiful. Nice and hot.
And stop.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I want you to see that. Enjoy it. Okay. Now I just need to get rid of all this mess. Where's I need to take some clearance here. Okay, so let me finish off my my cheese sauce here. Michaela, I need a large tablespoon. Michaela, a large tablespoon. So I've let my cheese sauce sit a little bit, and it got a little thick, but what's even better is when you make it and put it in the fridge, and the next day it's even more thick, and that's when I usually make grilled cheese sandwich. So it's going to be a little bit different today than usually when I make it at home. Okay? So all I need is the butter side of the bread this way. Just a spoon of the cheese sauce. Like I said, it's much thicker once it's been refrigerated. Another slice here.
Is that good for about 2 weeks also?
Pardon me?
Is that good for 2 weeks?
Oh, the cheese sauce can last about a week.
About a week?
Yeah, about a week is best.
It's not real cheese sauce, though. Imitation.
Well, not imitation. It's not fake cheese per se, but it's a cheese substitute. That's the better word for
Probably
it.
better for you than the other.
Oh, definitely.
There you go.
Big sandwich.
Dressing and loaf. That's already 2 orders. How did you cook the brown rice? Very good.
Oh, you enjoyed it? Well, I think one of the best way to cook rice. I used to use a rice cooker. I know you're not gonna like the sound of this, but I used to use a rice cooker, but then I stopped because I cannot find a rice cooker that does not use aluminum. Yeah, the Teflon is not bad until it scratches. But majority of the rice cookers use aluminum, and so my mom really wanted it, so I said, okay, you can have it, even though I didn't promote it. It was her choice. So what I do is I just cook my rice in a normal pan, cooking skillet. And the secret to making perfect rice is just making sure about an inch above the water. That's it.
Water.
Yep, rinse your rice and pour the water in it. Add a little bit of salt, a little bit of oil, olive oil, and an inch above the rice is your water. And just put it up high and then lower it and let it steam. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how many cups of rice you use. That's the rule of thumb. This much water above your rice. And you have perfect rice.
This is very soft. Almost tastes like you cooked it in the pressure cooker.
Oh yeah. I like my rice soft. I know. That's my preference. Yeah, that's my preference. For what? Yeah, sure. We can get the small plates and we'll stack them here.
What brand is your rice? What brand is your rice?
I didn't even notice. Yeah, I like to put a little bit of oil in my rice. How can you do that? Just like a drizzle. Right over the surface. Woo! Okay, this is good.
Excuse me.
Regular brown rice.
Just like they have sweet rice. I've never seen. Have you seen a sweet brown rice?
Yeah,
Really? I'm just used. Yeah, because I've seen the sticky ones. Yeah. So I'm thinking the sweet has more of the gluten and the carbohydrates are stronger in it. I just buy the natural brown rice. But
what brand is it?
I didn't even look. I think they're all good. But that one is not the long grain. The one that you're eating is not the long grain. It's a short grain.
Yeah.
It's a short grain brown rice.
Some people say to let it sit for a while in the water.
Yeah, some people soak it overnight and it's much faster the next day. I've never done that because I never remember to do that. So I just usually automatically, you know. Oh, what is that for? I'll do that. I just said could. Yeah, I'll serve it. They can. Everyone can hold on to it. They're not getting up anyway, so that's okay.
Are you put in the oil?
I'm sorry?
Brown rice make it. Put oil.
Oh, that's my preference. I just like a little bit more flavor to my rice. Yeah. So I just drizzle a little bit, just a little bit of oil. But it's not necessary because brown rice already has its own natural nutty flavor from its oil. So you don't really need the oil.
Wild rice でしょ。
Over there. Put them on there. Huh? I'll do the cutting. What I'm gonna do is just take a peek.
Oh, you like it hot this way.
That's turkey.
White rice だったら水、前と吸わない前と全然違うでしょ。ブラウンライスはあんまり吸わないからあんまり。
Don't tell them. I use both examples. I try and twist it now.
There you go now.
So I won't promise. You like the race we did here yesterday?